Well, North American markets are now open, and we are getting the first reaction from them to Trump's new tariffs. The CBC's Nisha Patel joins us now with those numbers. Hey, Nisha. Okay, so how are the markets looking?
Hey, Arthi, deep in the red today as U.S. stocks are under pressure after Donald Trump unveiled sweeping new tariffs on many countries. Switzerland facing a 39% tariff rate, Taiwan 20%, India 25%. And so take a look. Traders thinking this is likely to be a blow to global trade. The Dow Jones is down 1.31%, down about 600 points today. Other U.S. markets are also red across the board. So we are seeing some negative sentiment sweep through on the first day of the month. The TSX is also down more than 1% as we look at Canadian reaction to the new tariffs. Canada facing an increased 35% tariff on all goods that are not compliant with CUSMA. And so we're looking at that reaction as well, Arthi.
Now, Nisha, how significant is this escalation by the Trump administration, and how will it affect Canadian businesses?
Well, it is an additional burden because remember, just a few months ago, some of these businesses didn't have to face any tariffs at all. And so the increase from 25% to 35%, it is a blow. The silver lining is that the majority of Canadian exports are not subject to this because they have an exemption because of CUSMA, the North American Free Trade Deal. And so that is the majority of Canadian exports. Now the businesses have to go through, they have to prove that they are compliant. They perhaps have to show that their certificate of origin. And so the rush has been since April for businesses that didn't have the paperwork. They've been having to go through and get that paperwork. Of course, that costs time, that costs manpower, and just adds a lot of costs for businesses. Now, the Bank of Canada earlier this week put out some assumptions that showed that they expect that 100% of Canadian energy exports, 95% of all other goods exports for Canada are exempt from this 35% tariff. So we are looking at a small impact, but for the businesses that are affected, it is quite damaging. The looming fear, though, for all businesses across the board in this country is that the rules could change at any time, that there could be a sweeping tariff that affects all businesses, that there could be more sectoral tariffs. Of course, we remember that there's still a 50% tariff on steel and aluminum, 25% on autos. And so that uncertainty itself is a tariff. Take a listen to what this trade lawyer had to say.
Trump has weaponized uncertainty, and that really deters companies from investing in Canada in key industries and from businesses to plan. And I think Trump's the way he puts these tariffs on, takes them off, adds timelines, takes timelines away, all of that leads to uncertainty, and all of that still remains. And of course, we have the sectoral tariffs that aren't even touched by what he did yesterday.
And so the Canadian Chamber of Commerce, the Canadian Federation of Independent Business coming out today saying that businesses urgently need certainty, and they are saying that no deal is better than a bad deal. But Arthi, all these businesses looking and trying to make tough decisions right now. Do they pass on tariffs? Do they absorb tariffs? Do they stop trading with the U.S. altogether? So it really is a rough going.
Nisha, thanks for this. That's the CBC's Nisha Patel reporting.